Hello, my name is Artem Medvedev. You're listening to Leduc Radio. This is news and views for week of July 4th. I want to start once again with an invitation. The Edmonton Leduc NDP annual barbecue is this coming Wednesday, July 13th, from 6 to 8 p.m. at 11439 38th Avenue in Edmonton. That's July 13th from 6 to 8 p.m. at 11439 38th Avenue. We're hoping to see you there. There'll be live music and wonderful conversations. Last year and the year before, the event was a big success, and we're quite certain it'll be just the same successful event this year as well. So see you there next Wednesday, July 13th. Although the regular show time is also Wednesdays around that time, there will be a show next week, so please keep an eye out for that as well. And if you miss any of the shows, you can catch the recordings online on the YouTube channel Artem NDP, ARTEM NDP. There are several news items that keep coming up, and among them there is an item which is about the 1 cent coin, getting rid of the penny. You may have heard about this before, that the penny actually costs more to produce than its face value. And there's one more item which keeps coming up in the same fashion, which is the inaccurate gas pumps. CBC and I think Globe and Mail reported on this late last week again, that a study that was completed just recently shows that in all provinces except for, I think, Nova Scotia, there was a very substantial number of gas pumps that were actually not giving the amount of gas that they were showing. And in most cases, they were, of course, giving less gas than what they were charging for. This has been around for a while, and there have been calls to get this fixed for a while as well, and so far we cannot see any progress in this area. So hopefully this does not become the eternal question of whether we do get rid of the 1 cent coin, whether we do get rid of inaccurate gas pumps. Hopefully that something does get done, and we'll keep an eye on this item for you as well. Access to information request has yielded an RCMP report on the G8 summit site in Ontario, and apparently that site was ideal for snipers. RCMP directly writes in there that this would have been an ideal spot to assassinate a world leader, and this is quite alarming. We're, of course, unable to confirm whether the world leaders were actually notified of this danger before the summit happened. But this is what the RCMP reports, that this site would have been one of the most dangerous places to hold a world leader summit at. There was an internal memo from the Ontario Police just recently that said that the Ontario Police were not prepared for all the dangers with the G8, G20 summits as well. Given that this was the largest and most expensive security operation in Canadian history, it's quite interesting to see just the level of preparedness and even the level of admission of lack of preparedness and the lack of safety on the part of both RCMP and the Ontario Police in this case, given the amount of money that was given away to conservative ridings in the area to build gazebos and washrooms and things like that far away from the summit sites. More and more actually becomes quite clear in this situation. Right now there is one more high-profile security operation of the visit by the young British royal couple, and we're certainly, we can be dreading that there will be one more security report afterwards, given just all the risks that this young couple was put at, as well as all the people that are keeping an eye on the tour and trying to meet with them. Now, to go back to the eternal questions, one of the questions that everyone interested in Canadian politics keeps asking themselves is, how do we actually get people to vote? Stats Canada recently released information that they had asked people after the election if they had voted or not, and one person said that they didn't vote. Most of those explained that they were either too busy or simply not interested in voting. So what do we do to change this pattern? Steve Harper's answer, as always, is let's have fewer elections, as if this is, let's not have breakfast today, let's not go to school, etc., as if it's an actual choice. Okay, we're just having elections for fun, not because a government is in contempt of democratic processes, but just, we like having elections. So Harper's answer probably doesn't work for all of us. Two more ways to combat low voter turnout that have been suggested before are online voting and compulsory voting. And I'll personally think more about these two options for the future show. But I would really love to hear from you as to what you think. Should we have online voting, compulsory voting, no voting, etc., in Canada? You can find me on Twitter at ArtemMed. My YouTube channel is ArtemNDP, and you can also find my blog, which is called A Voice from Riverbend, and leave a little note there. All of the shows are posted on the blog as well. You can find me on Facebook by just searching for my name, and I'll be really happy to hear from you, and we can have a discussion on ways of getting people to vote in the next federal election, as well as the upcoming provincial elections throughout Canada. I wanted to end with once again a reminder about the Edmonton Leduc NDP annual barbecue on July 13th. Please do join us. It will be a fun event. We're already expecting several MLAs to join us, as well as several former and current federal and provincial candidates. This is a multi-party event, if you will. We're not checking for party membership cards or anything like that. You're welcome to join. You're welcome to have a debate. If you disagree with the Edmonton Leduc NDP strategy in the last election, please let us know as well. So hoping to see you there next Wednesday. Thank you very much for listening. This was News and Views on Leduc Radio.